all you city boys in Texas are freaking out, calling plumbers and not being able to get anybody because everyone in Texas is calling plumbers right now for frozen pipes that burst. But us country boys got a bucket of parts in the barn and we were able to make something work. So I didn't actually have a faucet or an elbow that would hook on here, so I just decided to put a valve in there. So now I can turn my water back on, and that's just closed off. You can't get any faucets or valves right now because everything at the stores are all sold out because like everyone in Texas burst pipes, and so everyone is wanting everything right now. The shelves at the stores are empty, but us country boys got our bucket of parts, so it ain't no thing. Not only do we have the materials and the tools to fix stuff, we also have the know-how. You know that country song, A Country Boy Can Survive? Have you heard that? It's true, country boys can survive. When all of this stuff was frozen and frigid and pipes were bursting, I wasn't worried. When the grocery stores were all empty because there were some viruses circling last year, I wasn't worried. You think I can't find food? I can find some food. Anyway, just to let you city boys know that you should become a country boy. Life's better in the country. I just did this like it was a beer, but it's just pipe glue. I got my bucket of parts right here. Everything I need to fix. I mean, not everything. You know what would be nice is like a actual hose valve. That would have been nice. I could have totally used that. I didn't even see that I had that. Okay, well, I can fix. It's fixed for now. It's good enough. Reason I need to fix it though is because what? We need to give some water to the chickens because their water system also froze. I don't know that it cracked. I think we got lucky and it just, I have these little watering nipples here and it popped this one out. They screwed in originally, but then they leaked, so I glued them. But when it froze, it just shot it out. So I think I could pick the glue off of this and just caulk it back in there. That's my plan. And it also, of course, then drained. I have two 55-gallon drums in here, so it drained those once it all thawed out. So we didn't lose any chickens, though. They're good. House is kind of insulated, so good enough for them to huddle up and get out of the wind. Just need to fix this so they can have some water. Sometimes I even amaze myself. I put this thing to where it will just unscrew out because I figured I'd probably have to work on it in the future. So that whole section just unscrews and comes right out. I'm smarter than I look. These things are actually pretty cool. So you can see they have the threads right there. So that threads into a pipe. I just drew a little hole in the pipe and it threads in, but it didn't seal very well, so I sealed it. And then they just hit this, and you can see that little piece come up, so whenever it comes up, it opens up the valve and water flows out. When they're not touching it and bumping it, it closes, and it'll have a little bit of water on it, but it doesn't leak very much. And they just come tap it, and it drips water, and that is how they have drank water for years. Works pretty good. And I think I just found these things on Amazon. Yeah, it's not gonna thread in very well, so I'm just gonna have to totally put a bunch of caulk around it. Luckily, mine is a super low pressure system. I don't have a hose hooked up. It's just the pressure from gravity. I have two tanks right here, and they're about this tall when they're completely full. So all the pressure is from that height, like 4 feet above. So low pressure. The caulk works fine at keeping it from leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and caulk that right now. Perfect. Could not be any better. I don't have to give them any water right now though, because they still have their little swimming hole over here. Somehow that is still full just from snow melting the other day. Looks kind of gross, but I mean, it's just muddy water. Chickens love that. Don't you chase the chickens. Don't you do it. He's like, I'm just totally looking around. It's fine. I totally will not chase the chickens. I see you. No, you sit. Sit. Bad boy, don't chase chickens. He's like, I just want to chase him a little bit. Just a little bit, Dad. It's fine. Yeah, just a little bit. You just want to chase him a little bit? You bad boy. Here you go, ladies. Come and get it. Dang it. Dang it. Come on. I gotta get this with one hand. Whew. All right. Dinner served. Enjoy it. Are you eating chicken feed? I fed you dog food. Yeah, talking to you, you weirdo. You big, fat weirdo. You have a big old head. This is our chicken coop. For those who don't know, this is something that hasn't really changed in the last couple of years, but I haven't really showed it very much. But I put gutters on the roof on both sides. I also have a gutter on the back side of that little shed. So we collect all the rainwater off the top of this and it is enough to give the chickens all the water they need. These are their little roost right here. I have this one that folds out of the way so we can come in here. This is where the 2 barrels are. They're all piped in. I have clear pipes there, so I have gauges to see how much water is in there. Right now there is 0. Sometimes the door just closes on me, locks me in, and you would have to climb out under there. That's the only way out. But I put a little string right here that you pull to open up that latch right there, because I got tired of climbing out of this chicken coop on my belly through the shavings of chicken poop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. Not too bad. Okay, come on. If you're thinking about getting chickens, you should do it if you really, really want chickens. Because the eggs are cool. Like, it's nice to get 5 eggs a day from our 6 chickens, but it's kind of a lot of work. I mean, that's cool to have like fresh eggs sitting there. I put a lot more work into it than I have to. Like, the amount of time I spent on that chicken watering system is cool because I never have to check that they have water. But then when something happens, I spend like a silly amount of time fixing a chicken watering system when I could just fill up a bucket and put it in there. But I don't have to fill up a bucket every week, so I guess that's good. I mean, I never have to mess with the chicken watering system, but when I do, I have to do it a lot. Also, this is where our pump is for our well. I had to fix that pipe. I thought that was the only broken pipe. It was spraying, turned that off, and then I fixed it. You can see I just spliced in this thing. But then when I turn this valve back on, that yard pipe that we fixed in this episode, it started spraying. So now I have that fixed. I'm gonna wait for it to dry, give it a little bit of time, probably another hour or something. And then I'll turn it back on, make sure that one is good and not leaking. But then that may uncover some other leak. Every time I fix one, it seems like there's another one that starts spraying somewhere else. Ice is fun. Before we go any further, I want to say thanks to our channel sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe is incredibly reliable and effective home security. If you've been putting off getting home security at your house, don't put it off anymore. Try SimpliSafe. You order it online, it is delivered to your door, and you install it in your home by yourself in under an hour. They've got sensors to cover every window, room, and door, plus lots of great extras like water sensors, temperature sensors, and HD cameras. And you get professionally monitored 24/7 coverage for only 50 cents a day, and the best part, no contracts. And that's what first drew me into SimpliSafe. That's why I was first interested, because I knew that if I wasn't completely happy, I wasn't locked into some 2-year contract or something. We have it installed at my house, and we also have it installed at my business, Bunker Branding. This is a smoke detector, this is a panic button, and all their stuff installs with super easy out of focus thing. You can see those 2 little holes, or just use this double-sided tape. Everything is super easy to install with simple hand tools or literally just tape. We also have the smart door lock, so this is obviously the inside, this is the outside with a keypad on it. We have a video doorbell, super nice to have, and this is your home base. This is a key fob.
SimpliSafe on. Home.
As you can probably guess, it's really easy to use all this stuff. It's also really easy to check everything using your keypad to make sure that everything is hooked up, everything is functioning and communicating with your home base station. Maybe someone picks a lock and they come through your front door, an alarm will go off. And SimpliSafe will call the police and alert them that something set off the alarm in your house. For more information, go to simplisafe.com/offtheranch. It is linked in the description below. Thank you to SimpliSafe for sponsoring this episode of Off the Ranch. What seemed like an instant to you is actually like an hour. It's been an hour since we fixed that pipe. I got Demolition Ranch video live on YouTube, edited all on there. It's the fire extinguisher one. It's pretty good. The intro's pretty good. Go check it out. All right, I'm gonna turn this thing on and see if we have any water spraying in the yard. It's a lot of water flowing right now. Oh gosh. Seems like it's still just flowing. Let's go see if there's leaks somewhere. Really? Yeah, there's just water flowing. This is not good. I forgot the pool is filled up with that water there too, so that actually is probably pumping water into the pool right now, which is good. Let's see how our new fix is holding. Oh yeah, beautiful. I kind of did spill a little bit of that purple stuff on here, but it's fine. So if I open this, how's it open? Which way? This way. Yeah, there's your problem right there. Okay, we'll just leave that closed until I can come fix that. Everything else looks good. Man, if I got through that freeze with only 2 of my yard pipes busting, that is a success. We did bust a big one at the bunker, but we got it fixed. Yeah, I think we're good. Most of the pipes we had wrapped up with this insulation like this, but I mean, this was still all exposed. So yeah, 5 degrees and we broke 2 yard pipes. Happy. I'm a happy man right now. Got that hooked back in now, so as soon as it rains, that should start filling up. And you ladies will have some fresh water, not your dirty pond water that I know you like and don't care about anyway. You may have been thinking to yourself, I wonder what happened to Matt's 1969 AMC Rebel. Oh, you haven't been thinking that? This never even crossed your mind? Like what happened, where this thing went, what we're doing with it? For those who don't remember this car, I only showed it just briefly on the channel when Cletus was here. It's special. It may or may not have an engine where normally you would sit. I had to buy this thing. It was on Craigslist for $2,000, so cheap. It's a 1969 AMC Rebel that a guy took the engine, which was normally in the front, like a normal car, and he put it inside the cabin, like where you'd sit, and then you have to sit in a back seat. It's a mid-engine muscle car. Makes no sense. But it's cool, and it's interesting, and it was dirt cheap, because who the heck wants it? This guy. Well, I guess not really anymore. As you can see, she's loaded up on the old Texas Pride trailer, and she's gonna be leaving soon. But she'll be back. You'll see. But Matt, where's the 5-ton? We haven't seen, yeah, the 5-ton's here too. Can't show you it yet either. Oh, it's looking good. You're gonna like that too. That actually is probably coming in just a few days. You'll see the 5-ton in a few days, I'm not ready yet. Heading to the bunker now. We have had some issues with the cold there as well. I think we have them pretty patched for now, I think. First problem we had at the bunker was, well, I keep talking about this 5-degree weather when it got super cold and everything froze, and you might notice I'm in a t-shirt now. It's because it's like 77 degrees. Texas is crazy. But that froze, so we weren't able to move water through that pipe, but it didn't break, which is good. This is where our well is, right here, where we pump the water out of the ground, and it has a piece of PVC that runs all in here. This froze as well and exploded. So this one totally busted. We could not get any water out of the ground. That was a big pain in the butt, and I was like, we need to fix that thing right away. We got it fixed now, all good. But then, this is our giant air compressor. It's huge, like really, really big. And it stopped working. Something with the freeze made some electronic components in there not work, which that's a big problem because a ton of our stuff in there runs off of air pressure. We have 2 screen printers, we have all of our folding machines, and then a couple other littler things all run off compressed air. So we don't have a compressor. This shop doesn't work. We cannot print t-shirts in there. So that was out. So what I did is I actually brought this tank up here and I have another smaller air compressor, and we split them right here. We hook that on to connect it into there. So these things will run and fill up this thing when this thing is not working. So those 2 smaller compressors, they fill up them, but they're in line with this, which also fills up this. And it actually worked. We were kind of worried if it would work or not. Actually, I think just one of my little compressors would work good enough. Like it probably wouldn't work for weeks on end with all the cycling that this thing does. I mean, this thing is on and off a ton every day long. But as you can see, the big one just kicked on. Our big compressor is working now. We had a guy come out to service it, got it fixed right away. But yesterday we ran all off of the little compressor and it did fine. Just explain to me what's happening here. Why do you have to do this?
I don't know.
Which decal is this?
Whistling
Oh,
Diesel.
you can't even see. That's a Whistling Diesel as well? So we make these decals in-house, but then you have to put a piece of paper on it or what?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
The transfer paper.
So do you have to do it manually like that every time, or is there like, do they make machines that you could do that?
We do it manually every time. There might be machines, but right now, we're the machine.
We need to look into that. We got to figure this out. Oh, so this is why these giant decals cost so much. They're a lot of work. Crazy. That's cool. So obviously I haven't ever seen this done before. Look at that Whistling Diesel decal. Sweet. Hey, downstairs, they're cutting out decals and like, it looks like a very tedious process. The big ones. Mm-hmm. Is there a machine that does that?
It's called weeding.
That, what they're doing is called weeding?
Yeah.
I didn't know it took so long.
Yeah, it does take long. It's hard when there's really small things.
Yeah.
I don't actually think there's a machine.
So like every big decal, someone hand does all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That's why they're expensive. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, man, we charge a lot for those. But
They actually put it, so it prints on vinyl, they pull out all like the negative space, and then they put it on a different sheet of paper for transfer paper.
Gotcha. Yeah, I walked through when they were doing that in the kitchen. I was like, what is happening down here? Looks like our compressor is back up and running. Good to go?
Did you see him out there?
No, it's running. There's no one there.
The little one is behind the big one.
The big one was on. Well, unless I just heard I know the little one's behind it, but I could have sworn that was the big one I was hearing. Maybe the little one was running.
It's the little one. Yeah.
Dang it, I got excited and thought the big one was running. I thought they came today.
No, but we have been running pretty much fine off the little one. So.
Cool, just need that little one then. Bunker Branding, come visit us. Listen to this song. You know it? It's The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks. Lincoln was listening to it the other day because he started listening to a lot of country music. And I laughed and I told Mare, it's funny because he doesn't know what that means. He thinks it's about a storm. And Lincoln went, wait, what's it about? And then Addie was like, yeah, what's it about? And I was like, it's about a storm. Just about thunder, guys. And on the wind and rain, a strange new perfume blows, and the lightning flashes in her eyes, and he knows that she knows, and the thunder rolls, boom, boom, because it's just a song about a storm, and the thunder rolls, bow, 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 the thunder rolls. We're here at Grindhouse Training Facility, because Lincoln's got a boxing class. Oh yeah. You good? Mm-hmm. All right, punch me. Yep, it worked. All right, let's go. Hey dude, how was it? Did you beat anybody up? Come on, when do you get to beat someone up? Got all your stuff.
Just practicing.
Just practice to beat people up? You definitely looked better than last time. This was his second class, and last time he looked a little awkward. He looked less awkward this time. Did it feel good? You like working out? You like boxing? Sweet. I need to do some boxing classes. Can you teach me at home?
No,
I want to know everything that you know.
I'm never gonna tell you.
Oh, you're never gonna tell me your secrets? Dang it.
I'm gonna beat you up.
You're gonna beat me up? We'll see about that. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Off the Ranch. I have a big 5-ton update and video. It's gonna be epic, coming to you soon. Hope to see you there. I love you. I'll see you next time.
Oh. Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mare.